This is exactly what the Dallas Mavericks needed. A much needed dub right at the end of preseason, as we have 7 days until the start of the regular season. And the Dallas Mavericks, they were able to pull off the win tonight over the Milwaukee Bucks, 109-84. In pretty good fashion. We didn't have Luka Doncic, but we had pretty much everyone else. Klay Thompson looked good. Derrick Lively looked good. Even in garbage time down the stretch, Omax looked good. The team looked like a well-oiled machine. And in this video, we're going to take a look at who really stood out amongst the rest. What did we like, what we didn't like, who stood on business, and what we can expect to see from these guys next week. But how's it going, everybody? My name is Marcel Martin. This is Mavs Digest, bringing your latest news on everything Mavericks related. And before we get started with today's video, you already know we're sitting at 13,661 subscribers, getting oh so close to that goal of 15,000 subs, less than 1,400 to go. But if you want to be up to date on everything Mavericks related, the watch-alongs, the live streams, the giveaways, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on a single thing that we do. But it is the end of preseason. The Dallas Mavericks finally got a dub. And although we've been just harping on the fact that preseason doesn't really matter, this is more so just for the players to get their reps and for guys at the end of the bench to really fight for their roster spot or for their last two-way spot. But in this game, it was good to see that the team actually started to gel together. In the first quarter, things looked a little bit rocky. Wasn't the best of shot selection. The Milwaukee Bucks were without Giannis and Dame and a couple other key players. No Bobby Portis, no Robin Lopez. I'm sorry, no Brook Lopez. But they still played good defense, so we kind of got off to a rocky start. But once when that second quarter hit, we just ran away with it. The shots were falling. The plays were being made. They were running in transition. They were playing good defense. They were looking to make an extra pass. The passing was beautiful in this game. Everybody was getting involved. Everybody was touching the ball, which led to a dub by over 20 points. But if we take a look at the box score from tonight's game, PJ Washington had 6 points, 2 steals, 1 assist, and 7 rebounds. Daniel Gafford had 11 points, 2 blocks, 3 assists, and 4 rebounds. Kyrie Irving had 14 points. He had 2 blocks, 1 steal, 2 assists, 2 rebounds. The man was 2 of 3 from 3 and 6 of 7 from the floor. Kyrie Irving looked amazing out there. He looked like he was already in mid-season form, in peak Kyrie form. He looked phenomenal. And Klay Thompson, after coming off a pretty rough game, bounced back today. He had 11 points, 2 assists, 6 rebounds. He was 3 of 7 from 3 and 4-11 from the field. And when Klay Thompson started to get things going, it was electric. It was amazing because we all know Klay Thompson is one of the best shooters that the league has ever seen. We know that even at this age, no matter what injuries he has had, Klay Thompson is still Klay Thompson, and even if he had a bad game like the last game, he can still bounce back and have a much better game. He said it himself. It's going to take time before he can really gel and really get a good feel for the game under the Dallas Mavericks system before he can really start to shine. And obviously having someone like Kyrie Irving out there on the floor with him definitely made his shot quality a lot nicer. So those shots were falling. Shout out to Klay Thompson. Shout out to all the fans that were sticking by him because this is what a shooter needs. A shooter shoots with confidence. As long as he's confident, those shots are going to fall. But to continue with the box score, Quentin Grimes had a great game. He only had 1 point, but he had 1 steal, 4 assists, and 10 rebounds. His shot wasn't able to fall. He was 0 of 7 from the floor, 0 of 3 from 3, and only 1 of 2 from the free throw line. But he was still able to impact the game in many different ways. If you look at this box score, you may think that he wasn't able to do much because he missed all the shots. But he had the highest box plus minus on the entire team at a plus 27. He was playing great defense. He was everywhere he needed to be to get the loose ball, to get a steal, to get a rebound. Quentin Grimes, very much like Naji Marshall, is going to be a Swiss Army knife for us, being able to do all the small things to help us secure the dub. And off the bench, we got good production from pretty much everybody who played. Miller finished with 4 points. Omax had a great fourth quarter, posterizing the guys, 2 back-to-back and ones. Omax was really shining in those 17 minutes. That the majority of it came in the fourth quarter. Omax looked pretty good. We're starting to see flashes of that improvement. Hopefully that does continue. But he also finished with 9 points. Naji Marshall played great defense, and like Quentin Grimes, kind of doing a little bit of everything. Also had 9 points. Derrick Lively had 10 points. Jamarian Sharp had 2 points. Dinwiddie had 8 points. AJ Lawson with 1 point. Brandon Williams with 10. Jay-Z Gortman only played 12 minutes. We only really saw him in the fourth quarter, but he still looked good too. He had 3 points, and Jaden Hardy with 11 points. Everybody who touched the ball scored except for Dwight Powell, but it's fine. Dwight Powell was doing all sorts of things out there that contributes to just being Dwight Powell, I guess. But all in all, it was a good game. We got the dub, 109-84, like I said. And the Dallas Mavericks really did look like a well-oiled machine. We got a glimpse into what this team will look like come the regular season, come mid-season, once when the team has time to gel, once when the team has played with each other enough to know, all right, he likes to be right here. This is his spot. We are going to get guys involved. It's going to be crazy. And the best part is, we don't know what it looks like with Luka Doncic. We've seen what this team looks like. You know, you got Kyrie out there, you got Klay out there, PJ, Gafford, all those guys. But when you throw Luka Doncic in the mix, yes, the Bucks didn't have Dame, they didn't have Giannis, they didn't have Lopez, they didn't have Bobby Portis. They had their bench guys. I get it. But if you throw Luka Doncic in the mix, we easily win by 50-plus points. Even against a fully healthy Bucks team, we don't win by 50, but we still win by a large margin. Luka Doncic is that much of an X factor for this team. But even without Luka Doncic, it was nice to know that the team had some clue of what to do. And like I said earlier, in the first half, Kyrie Irving was amazing. He was facilitating, playmaking, getting everybody involved. The offense had a very fast and upbeat tempo to it, to the point where the Bucks looked like they couldn't even keep up. We went on a 16-0 run, and the Bucks had no answer for us. But in the second half, we didn't have Klay Thompson. We didn't have Kyrie in the second half. We were playing with our bench players, and they were able to keep it up as well. There was no real comeback from the Milwaukee Bucks at all. We were up by 30 at one point, but still, the Milwaukee Bucks had no answer for our bench guys. Of course, you don't have your starters, but second half, neither did we. Spencer Dinwiddie had one of his better games of the preseason. I still think expectations for Spencer Dinwiddie does need to be a little bit lower. He's going to be great for us. He's not going to be the same Dinwiddie as before, but in tonight's game, he looked fairly well. Jaden Hardy still looking like he's taking those steps to become a better, more polished player. Still need to work on some of those decision-making, but he does make the right plays from time to time. And Daniel Gafford showing off those post moves. Daniel Gafford and Derrick Lively showing off those post moves back to the basket. The hook shot was amazing from these guys. And obviously our man, Jay-Z and Gortman, didn't get a whole lot of playing time. Only about 12 minutes. He only had 3 points, but he looked phenomenal out there playing great defense, passing the ball around, getting guys involved. And Max, oh my, just posterizing the other team, going up with authority and doesn't care who's in his way, playing with just the strength and determination of a young player who wants to play, who wants minutes, who's hungry for more. We saw that from Max, and it was amazing. But we're getting to the segment, who was staying on business? Well, it was kind of tough. I really could not decide who was staying on business, so I just got to give it to everybody. Every single Dallas Maverick who stepped on the court tonight, who logged minutes, who touched the ball, you were all standing on business. Like I said, the team looked like a well-oiled machine. There were moments where it looked a little bit rocky, but the defense held strong. The offense picked up. We didn't turn over the ball 25 plus times, so that's also a plus. And of course, it is just preseason, but it does give you a glimpse into what we can expect next week in our season opener against the San Antonio Spurs. And when you throw Luka Doncic in the mix, like I already said, it's going to be poetry in motion. The team's going to look fantastic. Klay Thompson's going to get better shots. Kyrie's going to facilitate, and the guys on the bench are going to be hungry to step on the court and keep it going. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Who do you think was staying on business? I got to give it to everybody. It's hard for me to pinpoint one player because everybody looked good. But if there was one player, who do you think it is? Leave a comment in the comment section. We can have a conversation about it. But that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you for making this far into the video. Make sure to check out our Twitter and Discord. Links in the description below. Consider becoming a channel member. We are going to do our giveaway. It will be this Saturday around 12 noon Central Standard Time. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on it. But take care. Peace. Drink water. Peace.